we go live. Oh, again, welcome back, YouTube. We had to restart for some restriction reasons, but we are back. We're following all the rules. TikTok Shop. We love the things that you share in TikTok Shop. Parkers. Hold on, they wanted to full screen, nothing fancy. They wanted to be full screen. Mm. Yeah. Yes. Hey, is it Kitty? Kitchery? Yeah, but I feel like you probably can see the comments that are on the actual screen better when it's sideways. So, who doesn't mind coming up real quick so that we can see what it looks like when we add people up? So somebody get in the request. Somebody get in the request box. Come on up. Come on up. Come on up. Let's see what it looks like. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We in there like Mickey Vicky swimwear. Oh, you know what, Taylor? Come on, because well, I guess you probably want to wait for more people to come in. So this is what it looks like. Hmm. Hmm. That's dope. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. So, Naquan, welcome in. Are you having voters remorse?
Hell no. I voted for the right person.
I love to hear that. 1 second. Chris, welcome in. Are you having voters remorse?
Absolutely the fuck not.
Congratulations. We love to hear that. If you guys are having voters remorse and you would like to come up and talk about your voters. Okay, so you can't do it sideways once you bring people up. Okay, so I see how it looks on the Tizoob. It goes from wide to smaller. Again, you guys, if you have another I'm having it, you're having it? You're having it. Would you like to come up and tell us about your voters remorse? Yes. Hey JJ, how are you doing? Would you like to come up and talk about your voters remorse? Would you? Okay. I think that a lot is changing on this app, as we can see, you guys. Things are just not the same, you know. Please continue to tap the screen and share the live. I don't know what's going on. I do know what's going on. I just feel like a lot of people are at the point where we are sick of fucking MAGA, especially the same ones. Like, are there any new people? That's given very much that only a handful of people voted for Donald Trump. And they just keep circling around these TikTok streets. It's given that the other people were very much bots. They were very much so not real, because where the fuck are they? And even if it's given that they don't even feel comfortable enough in their vote to talk about it, especially not from their account. They have to make a fake account to talk about him or to try to defend him. In which, I'm just going to say that says a lot to the person that you voted for, a person that you voted for, which is important. Hey, Char. Which is something to really think about, something to really look at, And then with this whole Unfuck America tour, and everything that has been going on with it, I think it was very important to, I think it's very important to how can we start focusing on what the solution is? Hey sis, so glad you're back. Thank you. I'm trying to get back more consistent. We got a new algorithm, so they just people love you too much. We're not gonna push your platform out. TikTok, I'm just kidding. You can push it. I feel like ever since we got 1 million likes, things have not been the same. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? But anyways, um, let me see. Things have not been the same. But if you guys could, everybody, all 22 of you guys, could y'all tell me something that you're grateful for? And thank you, Lady Lando Parkers and JJ for the daily heart. I appreciate it. Okay. Uh-uh. Um, that dude, how you doing? Welcome in. So I guess it's just more so of the thing about live streaming is with live streaming, you don't necessarily get an opportunity to take a break, even though I will take a break. Okay. Grateful for life. Grateful that stores still have food. Okay. Come on now. Do you guys know that I have a gratitude book that I created that's on Amazon? And it's called 365 Days of Gratitude. And each month you like talk about your write your goals down and what you want to do, but every day you write in it and say what you are grateful for. So I created that. That's on Amazon as well. And last year I did 365 days of gratitude. Every day I said something I was grateful for. And I posted every last one of them as a YouTube short. So if you guys ever want to see that, you can do so there. See what I was grateful for. And if you guys want to purchase your own gratitude book, I do think it put me in a great mindset. I thought it was important to wake up every day and find something to be grateful for. Boomberg, how you doing?
I'm good. How y'all doing?
I'm doing great. I can't complain.
What's the topic today?
The topic today is
Excuse me.
Motorola. Naquan, I did not do that. I did it, Naquan. I'm grateful for this beautiful life. I wasn't expecting to live past 6 months old. And look at you, all already defying what they try to, the limitations that they try to put on you, Chris. Well, they got you fucked up. Um, the topic today is, are you having voters remorse? I already know
Nah,
that you don't have voters remorse, right?
nah. I thought y'all. I thought that. I don't know.
What you mean?
I thought y'all off that kind of stuff. I can see it now.
You can see what
Oh yeah.
now?
So what's the issue now? What's going on that sounds like now? I heard about the bill he passing that's supposed to go through.
Right. That's supposed to cut Medicaid and SNAP benefits.
I don't know about that one. They got some bill they posted today. They passed. They called the beautiful bill.
The big beautiful bill.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um yeah, how do you feel about it? How do you feel about the cuts that they want to make to Medicaid and SNAP?
What cuts they making to Medicaid and SNAP?
I mean, they it's about like if I'm not mistaken like 600 billion that they're going to
800
make to Medicaid and SNAP.
is 880 billion.
So
They
that
taking
means some people are
800.
not going to get Medicaid. Some people are not going to get SNAP benefits.
Oh, but there is a plus in there. If you buy a 10 in bed, there's no tax on those.
That's a real thing. Do
And
you?
when they gonna do that? You get no health care and all that. When they starting that?
Oh, that's the thing that they're. That's the thing that he. Where do you think that he was going to do the cuts to be able to make the tax cuts for his billionaire friends?
So roughly about 80 million people will be without Medicaid, Medicare, because they're cutting about 75% of the budget. The Medicare, Medicaid budget is only a trillion. They're taking out of that, they're taking 888 billion, which is a little over 75%. I'm being nice when I say 75%, but if I really do the math and break it down, it's probably about 90%.
Welcome in, CJX. How are you?
I'm doing good in
I
yourself.
am blessed and highly favored. I cannot complain.
Mm, every day, man.
Mm-hmm. So, do you we're talking about voters remorse, and you seem to say that they don't have voters remorse, and then the reason why I keep asking is because every day it's something new. So I'm like, it has to be now, right? You have to have voters remorse now. Um, but if Bloomberg, if he talked about the cuts that he wants to make for tax cuts that he wants to make for the billionaire friends, where do you think he was going to be able to get that money from?
Well, it's a lot of money, and he got money already, but it's a
He
lot
was
of
going to
money
be
in the
able to get that
treasury.
money from.
You saw what happened to DOG.
To who?
To who?
I said you saw what they discovered in the DOG. So
The
it's been a
deal.
lot.
Who?
Doge, DOGE.
Mm-hmm.
You mean the same finance department that we had before Doge even existed?
Yeah, I said, yeah, see what happened there. So with all them discoveries and stuff like that,
Well, let me reiterate that again.
you're going to
Before
make
Doge
it.
was ever created, there was already a committee that would already be assigned to ensuring finances. You just decided all of a sudden you wanted to pay attention to Doge because it was Doge and it was Trump's administration. Because as someone who's worked in the federal government for a member of Congress, I have sat in committee hearings on the financial budget and listened to the budget every single year. And on top of that, I worked on legislation bills that would actually go on the floor of the House. And let me say this, those bills are absolute bullshit. They absolutely are. Like the fact that the bill you can search up right now on congress.gov, it looks like a constitution, is all about aesthetics. It was never about actually caring about the American people, because when you actually read the bill out, it makes absolutely no sense. None of it makes logical sense. In fact, actually, it makes more logical sense of cutting more things and not providing the actual things for the people. In fact, actually, if you want to look at the budget resolution bill, they already planned to cut at least what? When they said, what did Naquan say? Almost what? 75 to 85% of our budget by 2025. And then by 2036, they want to give you it back.
But how long you been doing that job there?
On the line by then.
Well, I've been working for the federal government for about 2 years, and then now I'm also running for public office. So I have to know these things, and it is impacting a lot of red states. Let it be clear, because the red states are the ones who have to overload on the blue states and have to take money from them. So good luck. I just hope you get what you voted for. I hope you get it.
Mm-hmm.
But
Can we vote for you somewhere?
I'm in Indiana, so you probably won't be able to.
If anybody is in
but
Indiana,
Hoosiers all day.
those didn't actually find anything. So what they was looking at was alligated money, which never really left most of that. But also the stuff that they tried to claim that they're stopping, a lot of that was also paid out already. So they didn't stop nothing really.
Mm-hmm.
And the amount that they did stop, the little bit that they did stop, would only support American citizens for about 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm being very generous when I say 3 days, because I didn't look at the actual math of it. It would probably be about 9 hours. But I mean, we cutting back on wasteful spending, so let's give every ICE agent a $45,000 bonus. Let's also allocate, what was it, about $2 billion for new cars for the Department of Defense. Also, let's keep allocating for $8 million to go to Elon Musk per day, while the average person on Social Security only get $65 a day.
Hey, Dan.
I mean, we cutting on wasteful spending.
Hey Jess, can I say something really quick?
Mm-hmm. Hey, Kiara.
As a disabled Afro Latino man in a red state, I rely on my Medicaid daily, and I am scared as hell because I don't know what's going to happen.
Like this is people's lives. Give me 1 second also too. Boomberg, would you like to respond, or if not, I'll go ahead and bring Dayton in the conversation, or you can respond, then I'll bring Dayton in the conversation. Thank you, JJ. Thank you, Naquan.
Like I told you, I was active during the pandemic, and that's what I was saying during the pandemic. When I was losing my friends and family and stuff, I was saying this is people's lives. And then to find out that Joe Biden's name is on that paperwork when they ordered the CDC to not even speak on the C19 in 2015 back there. So they already knew about that way back there.
Sir,
and then his name was on that and Ebola. His name was on the paperwork for Ebola and COVID-19.
Well, sir, hold on. You can't get the live taken down by talking about those kinds of things. Like, I just want you to be clear. I agree with you that there has been stuff in previous administrations, but let's be clear about one thing and one thing for certain. C19, that was Trump's presidency.
Mm-hmm.
The E that was in Obama's presidency.
That was so, before that.
And then let's also be clear, because I helped with a lot of doctors. And
be clear, his name was on the true bill.
Who was an actual nurse who was on the ground before she retired.
CDC
she actually talked about a lot of these things. So
they could not even speak on that.
I know this is quite sensitive to you, to kind of hear about like factual information. I just need you to just listen. Just turn your listening ears on, just really quick. I'm not here to berate you.
You tell me things about that stuff I know about. I've been studying that before. I did 12 years studying
you did not know about any of that, because
you can't tell me nothing about that. I've been studying Bill Gates
and C19 was under Joe Biden's administration.
Just 1 second, Bloomberg. 1 second.
Yeah, his name was on the paperwork. Yeah, Joe Biden's name, not Trump's name,
sir.
Yes, his name is on there. Joe Biden's name. This is from around when Obama's in office. Joe Biden's name is on there, and his name is on the Ebola too.
Yes, because Joe Biden at the time was Obama's vice president. So yes, his name would be on the paper, sir.
They knew about,
but it was not his administration. Let's be clear.
They knew about that.
Okay, so
yes, so since that's what I was going to go into. That's what I was going to go into before you actually rudely started being disruptive, talking about you specifically know this, and since you know this, other people would actually want to listen to this as well. So people would understand that SARS itself was the
just
origin.
Give me 1 second, okay?
CJ, Bloomberg, we don't want to scream and shout and all that. It's been kind
of. Why you cut me off then? I was talking. He just came and cut me off. He had his whole piece by himself, and he came and cut me off. Y'all keep doing this funny thing.
Hold on.
I am trying to be very respectful to you. You know, usually me and you already clash by now. I'm trying to be respectful. It's been a long week. It's been a hell of a week. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna respect the host boundary. We're gonna take turns. We're gonna have a conversation. But I just want to correct one thing real quick. The C word has always been around. The 19 part is a newer strand of it. So the C thing, it's not something new. It actually was in America before. Like this isn't nothing new at all. And it's not Ebola, it's Ebola. That also has been here in America before. This is the reason that they created a pandemic book and a pandemic team to actually study this stuff more and try to prevent this stuff from happening. And in the case of an outbreak, we actually have protocols to avoid stuff like this. Like, this stuff isn't nothing new. This isn't new. Like the C word is old. If you actually look it up, this is old. The 19 part is the new strand. That's why they added 19 to it. It's a new strand.
You talking about Corona old. You talking about the other one with the old COVID? That's new. And that's based on the technology.
No, it is not.
How about that?
Well, I'm talking.
Go ahead, Naquan.
So yes, COVID is old. They study stuff in the CDC to try to. They will make it a strong virus and then try to create cures for it so we can stop this stuff from actually happening.
Yes,
this is what they do. They literally work on this stuff. they tried to make it an event so our opponent, like other people in other countries, can't use this as a nuclear, like a biological warfare thing on us. So yes, they study and practice this stuff. So COVID is old. 19 is a new strand. This is not something new. So if you see Trump, his name, I don't even know if his name was actually on any of this paperwork. Never verified it. But yes, this stuff happened. The CDC job is to develop and
I don't. You can. I know you weren't necessarily saying anything, Chris. If you want, I could move on to the next, unless you have something you want to add.
No, I don't know what's going on.
Okay, no problem. And I'm gonna drop you down real quick. Okay, go ahead, Boomberg. You got the floor all to yourself.
Yeah, if it's new, my question, I mean, if it's old, it should be a year that it was out. As far as the OV, not that Corona stuff, the other name, the C-19 name, and only what makes it new is the technology. And if you know about technology, every time you go up a G, 3G, 4G, every time you go up, you're going up in radiation. And when you go up in radiation, you're reducing the oxygen in the atmosphere. That's why you saw the news. Ever since these phones, the technology came, it's a lot of things about respiratory problems. People that got asthma and stuff like that, they help with respiratory because they know they wasn't sure, well, they knew that the technology moving forward was going to cause respiratory issues with people. And when you get a common cold and stuff like that, all this stuff amplifies and breaks down your immune system. This is not good for.
Dayton, how you doing today?
Why? Why? I really I came on and I said, you know something, we're gonna have a decent live today. I'll have a joke with you guys, have a good time. We talk a little bit, because all I can ever give you is fact. But why, Jess? Why?
I think the bigger question.
Why do you constantly let this man on here? Why? Just why? Seriously, and I'm being totally honest. I'm not being funny. Why?
I'm sorry. You make me laugh.
It's an embarrassment to the Black community, and I mean that seriously. He's an embarrassment to the Black community, and it's so sad. Like, why? I mean, it's so embarrassing. It's just really embarrassing. That's all I can say. It's just embarrassing. That's why I hate his guts.
What's up, Jess?
Oh my goodness, what up, Dan? How you doing? Y'all, drop some W's in the chat for hold on, who? Damn, you got a violation, Naquan?
I see Boomberg's.
I got time today, okay?
I see Boomberg's in peak form today.
I think he got a violation. Yes. Hi, I'm sorry, Dan. Go ahead. I know you ain't got that much time, but
no, you're good.
I'm gonna let you speak anyway, though. But yeah,
I'll do. Well, we'll do the most important thing first. I want you to meet Contra if you haven't met her.
And who's next?
Yes, if I'm looking at the boxes correctly. Yeah.
Controversial blonde. The controversial blonde.
Yep.
Now this will be my first time probably talking to her on the line. Hey, love. Let's see if I send you something.
Hey.
How you doing, Queen?
I'm good. How are you? It's funny. Like we always dance around the same circles, and everyone's like, "Do you know Jessica Simone?" I'm like, I know about her. I understand we share similar thought processes.
Yes, I love to hear it. Welcome in. I'm glad you finally made it. Do you go live too?
No, but I don't see. Okay, I have a rule. My house is orderly. My house is neat. In my lives, we do get ready with me's every morning at about 6 a.m. Put on makeup, right? We chill and we act copacetic. If I want to go act up and terrorize, I go to other people's houses.
You don't act up in your own house. Hey, I ain't mad at you.
No, we don't bring the trash to our house. No.
See, you know what? I'm about to start cleaning trash out our house too, y'all.
You get what I'm saying?
I feel that.
it's a really nice moment to just have a copacetic talk. Because the way these people crash out, like I don't have the spoons. I'm a therapist and I work in substance use. All my spoons go to my clients because they wear me out. I don't have the spoons to go on here and therapy people more for free. Like I can't do that. Can't do that.
Hey, that's totally understandable. Y'all put it one in the chat. If we should start cleaning out our house, cleaning all the trash out of our house, and we should just do something totally different, and then we just go act up at other folks' house. Okay.
I'm telling you, you be waking up refreshed doing that. So I was at so and so's house. I said this, but in my house we act real calm and cute, and we keep it emergency.
It's very demure. Okay. Hey,
Yes.
Hector. A therapist here too. We love a good therapist. Okay. Because my thing is, I would love to do MAGA therapy. I feel like they need to be studied.
100%. So that's interesting that you say that. So my whole thing is, I work in substance use, and I thought that was going to be my direction, my passion. But I stumbled into the world of epigenetics, and I'm putting together like a little application package. I have my sights set on Harvard, and I want to study epigenetics as it has affected white people because it's so much deeper than we realize. And then you look in terms of the MAGA people and this obsession with authoritarianism and a need for a father figure of that caliber. It's 100% clinical. It's 100% scientific, and I'm very curious about it. So I would agree with you. They should be studied because this is odd and it is maladaptive behavior, and it should be treated as such.
I totally agree. And if you guys, if you voted for Donald Trump and you don't mind coming up so we can talk about why you feel like Trump is your daddy, and I say that in a respective way, but just because I've heard you say that's my daddy's home or whatever, like what makes you feel like that's your daddy? And I think Bloomberg studies epigenetics, if I'm not mistaken. They probably gonna slap the shit out. What up, Tabby? How you doing?
I'm not making the joke. I'm not doing it. I can't today. I can't.
Oh, Boomer.
The sun shine. Everybody is quitting turning people eyes. That truth. Like this, remember, man is now is symbolic to the sun.
I hope you're doing well, Boomberg.
You look in the sky. The sun is by itself.
Oh,
everybody can't take it.
You study epigenetics too, right, Bloomberg? If I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Yes. Do you have a degree in epigenetics? Or what school did you study in epigenetics?
I'm not concerned with schools. I'm self-educated. Okay. I read the same books they read, and I draw my own conclusions.
Yes. So which books would you recommend?
You laughing because you're not self-educated, but you need to be taught by somebody.
I'm not even laughing.
I'm not a read.
Bloomberg, I'm not even laughing.
Not you, the guy down there.
Bloomberg, what books would you recommend for epigenetics? Like which one you think like taught you the most?
Books on genetics. They got Genetics for Dummies. They got different books.
Which one do you think is was most effective?
You got to apply your comments. It don't matter. You can read Genetics for Dummies, but it's new discoveries right now. So you can read that. If you don't got common sense, you ain't gonna know what's going on right now. Like I said, there's new things. If I speak on it right now, somebody that might know some stuff from before, they're gonna be arguing with me. But that's not. They don't know.
I also have another question. Do you think that other people don't know about epigenetics and that you may be the only person who knows about epigenetics? Like if they have these books, would it be safe to assume that other people may also know this information?
Oh, they do. That's why I sent you the video of the other people that know. I sent you the video. You all got it.
No, I'm saying that to say that when people come on the live stream and they try to tell you, like CJ was trying to tell you about C19 and you said that he didn't know. Why do you assume that other people don't know some of the same information that you know?
I know he don't know based on what he's saying and where he's coming from. See, like I said, when I speak on Bill Gates and stuff like that, once I see his mind get foggy, that means he don't. When I speak on William Cooper, the one that rode Behold the Pale Horse. So when he don't know, if he ain't coming from that
Thank you.
perspective, he's gone. He's lost to me.
Thank you, Greta.
Well, first off, you didn't even hear my position to be able to be clear about what I was even talking about. You already made the assumption that I was well ignorant informed about a certain subject. But if you were actually educated about an actual subject, you would actually shut the fuck up more than you would actually speak, because you
No,
would
I just smack you and get out the way. I did knock you out the way.
you would be able to actually hear if I'm actually giving out wrong information, and then you would be able to then said correct that information with the correct information. But that is not what you did. The only thing that I corrected
Yeah, I did
you
what I
on
wanted
was
to do
that
because you
Joe
talked over me.
Biden
That's
had
why,
nothing to
goofy.
do when it came down to anything else that was C-19 in of itself. That's the only thing I clarified you on. But
You
you
should
are
have
so
spoke over me,
hurt
goofy.
that you got
Hold
clarified.
on,
Oops,
Bloomberg.
I'm
Is there a
sorry.
reason that you
You
have
should
to
have
be?
kept quiet when I was talking like I did when you was talking, goofy, and I wouldn't have did
No,
nothing to you like
you
that.
was talking goofy.
Why do you have to be disrespectful, Goofy? I mean, Bloomberg.
No, because I was talking when I was saying that he said no. When I ain't never when he's up there talking when I first started, I let him say everything he had to say, and then I came in and spoke. And when I was speaking, he come and tell me no on something that I'm saying. So when you do that chopping with that no, you open the door for that kind of disrespect, and you're gonna get the response that you're gonna get because I didn't cut you off. Give me the same respect I give you. You don't give me the same I give you.
Well,
I can
what
give
was
you
the
something
first thing
else.
I told you? What was the first thing I told you?
It don't matter. It don't matter. You don't
It
talk while
did
I'm talking.
matter.
It don't.
It
No, it
actually
don't.
did
I was
matter.
talking. You should have said nothing to me.
Wait, it did
Period.
Okay, hold
matter.
on,
But
hold on.
talk
One
finish.
second, one second. We have to be able to have
Like
a
I waited for you to
conversation.
finish.
And the way your conversation goes is that, you say something and then I say something, right? So Bloomberg, you want to speak, but you don't want anybody to speak to you. Is that what you're saying?
No, I let him talk. Like I said at the beginning, I let him talk, and he spoke over me, and he's doing it
Well,
again.
Hold on, hold on one
I tell
second.
you, the whole beginning. Look at the beginning. Look
Go
at your
ahead. Say what you want
personal
to
rewind
say.
of your
You
day,
said you help
and look
people
at it.
at C-19, and then what? And then CJ is going to go next, and I want
No,
you
no.
to let him have his time as well, right?
All right. When he came on, you can look at your recording. He came on. I'm
No,
sitting
no, no,
there
no,
letting
no.
me talking.
We're not even backtracking at the moment.
Oh,
I can
y'all
go
want to
look.
see? That's why I said you want to keep skipping where he wrong at.
No, no, Bloomberg. This
Why?
is
Because he white tee or
you're not
something?
even
What's going on
white.
there?
What are you talking about?
You sound like it.
Calm, Bloomberg. We're moving forward,
what does
and I'm
what
giving
does
you
being white sound like?
Come on, man.
Bloomberg. Yeah, what does white being sound like? Being white sound
The
like?
way he cut me off. They
Okay,
got a problem
okay,
with.
okay.
They got a
Bloomberg.
problem.
I'm
Well,
trying to.
host, respectfully, I actually, in the very beginning of my portion of cutting him off, I said, hold on. We are talking about very sensitive things that TikTok would not find actually favorable. In fact, so much so that
I'm
it
not
can get
speaking
the
on that
live
part,
taken
man.
down. And
That's
then
not what I'm talking
after
about.
we clarified everything, we continued on the conversation about C-19 and other different things. After we clarified everything, I did not mind you doing everything, but I did want to clarify some stupid information you had put out there.
And you chopped
And
in
I
on me.
think that's very important because we do this live is based on, spreading truth and not misinformation or disinformation. So that's very important.
Aiden,
What's up, Naquan?
day 10.
And he
That
cut
was
me off.
you. Boom, I'm talking. So I got flagged for harassment and bullying. Aiden,
Yo, listen, I'm here.
TikTok being racist, brother.
Listen,
We all look
listen.
alike.
I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. I just said to Jess, why do she put us through this bullshit with this dude? Like, why? Why? It's like, why?
Why you saying this dude like you
always,
you ain't nobody, man.
always, y'all
No.
always,
You're nobody, man.
Boomberg,
Yes.
we talking.
You're
among-
nobody, man.
Boomberg, we're
Yep,
talking
y'all.
amongst friends. Boomberg, hold on.
Yeah, but he's saying stuff about me. This dude, like who you think you are? You're nobody. You ain't doing more than
This
me out here.
dude,
You ain't doing better than me. I take care of my
Why
son.
can't I mute him? Oh my
this-
goodness. Oh my goodness.
this dude. See, Jess, I fought you. You knew when you brought that fool on this panel what was finna to happen because he has about as much sense of a dead guy. So you got to be careful with that
Not
dude,
the other
man.
live guy.
I mean, seriously.
And I blame Dan for making me bear witness to this. I blame Dan. This is Dan's fault for me.
It's always Dan's fault. This
you
is
never
consistent
met Boom?
across panels.
You never met Boom?
This was a legitimate first time Boom
Naquan,
experience.
that was my first experience. Like,
Hey, Hector.
you know what? I thought y'all know real retired teacher. I thought he was bad.
Oh yeah, he was in here
Oh, no.
earlier. He came by here earlier.
No, please. When I tell you, I made him so mad. And you know what? I can admit when, even as a therapist, I can say I'm not healed, I'm healing. And I can admit when I'm being petty and wrong. I was up on the panel with Mr. Real Retired, and he was just talking, and for no reason, I just had the thought. It came across my mind, and I acted on it. And I hit unmute, and I said, "Are you doing what the doctor told you? You drinking your insurance?"
And he went crazy, didn't he?
He crashed out. He said, "No, why? Just because I'm 72, I gotta be drinking insurance."
He's 72. What does it mean to be white tea, Boomberg? I think that you. I
It's
think
me.
that you
Trying too
have.
hard to be white.
I think that you
It's the
have.
ability to speak in a
Proper
clear,
English.
concise voice.
I'm
Which is
sorry.
crazy.
I respect the Queen's English, but go off, I guess.
But so
What?
I don't think I ever told y'all this story about the fake science teacher, aka gym teacher.
Oh, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
He was on Brett Live.
See,
Yeah, but
he
it's
doesn't
whole-
even understand. He's not even following. Keep drinking and ensures putting worms in your body. Buki, you don't even get the joke. Oh, Lord have mercy. Go ahead, Nicole.
Baby, so here, let me do this one good time because I'm over this. Listen here. The one thing I need you to do is worry about Social Security because that is the one thing that's almost close to you that is about to be cut because I won't be impacted by it. Because you will sit up here, be mad that someone, at least younger than you, knows some information. Instead of your elder self being able to humble yourself enough to be able to correct someone who may be younger than you, you wanted to bash someone. So guess what? Your Social Security about to get bashed. Your 401k about to get bashed.
Yeah.
And many other different things. Medicaid about to get smashed. So you know what? I hope you do get worm infested in your body because you know what? You're gonna be needing Medicaid.
Mm.
So the gym teacher got on Brett Cross Live about a few weeks ago. I forgot to tell y'all this. Tell me this whole chest that black people should belong to the Republican Party.
Hold on. He said what? He ain't got a phone. Okay, precious. I promise
So I guarantee you, he ain't got a 401k, ain't got a 1k, ain't got an HK, ain't got a K. I mean, he ain't got nothing. So he ain't worried about that. But he gonna realize when the SNAP benefits is taken away,
Yep.
he gonna realize it hurts a little bit. Because trust
Mhm.
me, he's definitely a recipient.
I mean, he said it, and I'm like, dude, you're voting against your own
No,
right.
he ain't. He ain't a recipient of food stamps.
Say that again. You kind of went out. Is that my? Oh no, that's CJ's. Am I going in now or CJ? You going in now?
It's CJ.
Okay.
So I think
Back to you, Dan.
Say it again.
I meant to say what up back to Dan because I heard him say hi when I first came up.
My
yeah.
health, plant based, and no starch. Great. Is that a rhyme? Is that a riddle? Some like the last time Boom came up here, he was like, "Hey, how you doing?" Whatever. We dropped. There was no issue. There was no issue. In fact, I forgot what we was doing. We didn't have time for it. And I'm just like, we're not gonna go there. And
So
also,
he had to go.
I'm so sorry. That was my connection. I had got a little affected from MAGA Mobile, just a little bit from the previous person. But no, you can. It's funny because, like I said, this person sit up here talks about like all these different things that may not get cut, like SNAP benefits. But then this person's quote unquote, the recipient of SNAP benefits, but he's very malnutritioned to be able to at least have a conversation with me. I at least eat somewhat better than he does.
He said he don't eat nothing but pork and beans. No, I'm just kidding.
No, he said he don't. He said he don't eat pork and beans, man.
Yeah,
Remember that.
He broke
said
up
he
with
eat
a girl because she ate pork and beans.
He ate a plant-based diet that I'm quite sure he got that mindset from his prison he was at. So I understand his outcome on everything.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me hurt his
See, you
feelings
can
real
understand Boomberg, Dave.
Absolutely, I lock up people like him all the time.
Let Let me hurt his feelings real quick because I just made some deep fried pork
Don't hurt
chops
his
with
feelings because they
macaroni and cheese.
already done got you for one flag.
And it wasn't even me. See, this is why I think it was Dayton because Dayton ain't been up here in a while. Dayton came up. TikTok being racist.
When Dayton even said what he said, you were already gone.
Well,
No, it
no.
got me in the middle of him.
He's up here reporting people. That's what it was.
Hey, this is what you call an argument, Jeff. He's in the comments. That's my guy. I halfway like you. You said dating not more healthier than me. If that ain't the softest shit I've heard in my life,
Hey,
that's
Hector.
right up there with knock the bag off his shoulders.
Renee, thank you. Bobby, thank you. Grana, Midnight. Thank you guys all for the love. I appreciate you.
You probably are. Unfortunately, with a lot of us men, we had higher risk of it. Unfortunately, Joe Biden was one.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, boom, boom, boom. That comment didn't come out as you thought it. You thought it did. Oh gosh. Who saw? Boom, boom. Just pick up a can of pork and bean at this time.
No,
Boom,
I'm not going to challenge you to a race, okay? Because I'm quite sure you had a lot of practice of running. So no, I'm not going to challenge you to a race. Okay, I'm quite sure you was the guy that picked the pack up and ran for the law. So I'm sure. So no, you got a lot of practice.
Why are you worried about other men? You are supposed to be a straight man.
You talking about Bloomberg, baby? That's his MO.
If you don't agree with Boom, you all kinds of sissies and all this other stuff.
Can you say that on TikTok, Daquan?
I'm not sure. Sorry, but yeah, that's Boom. You're a weak man and all this other stuff if you don't agree with him. And if you're a intelligent black woman, it's because you went to college and you're destroying the black family. That's just who Boom is.
So basically, he in a glass closet. Got it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But he's the son do recharge him because he's solar panic.
So he's in a glass closet, but he hates his mother. Got it.
He study epigenetics.
And he's organic to the earth.
Oh my goodness, I'm fucking hollering. I really thought
Bloomberg said he's from Brooklyn, y'all. More like he's from Brooklyn.
With y'all. I cannot deal with y'all.
Anyone else figure out why?
You make Brooklyn.
I mean, these are all things that Boom has said himself.
Honestly, the way when I tell you, I had to teacup and text Dan and say, "What the hell is he talking about?" I thought I had just I was confused. Listen, this man talks like he's stuck on the earth. Like I'm confused.
Yo, I've never heard.
And I'll Bill Clinton. Clinton.
I'm not stuck onto earth.
He talking in riddles.
It was bad when he was like, when we was talking about Clinton, my eyes went fuzzy and I went cross-eyed. It was like, what?
I had my shit all
What you say,
my head cocking to the side.
No, I do have to go to New York next week for it's like a 2-part meeting we go to every year. We meet with all the different boroughs around Pennsylvania. But we'll be in New York, Boom. So I will look you up. I'm quite sure you in somebody's docket. So I will look you up like you said. You said look me up. I'm in Brooklyn, so I'm gonna look you up and I'm gonna see what kind of charges you got pending. All right.
It's the pending for me. It's the pending.
Dependent.
Yeah, don't understand like the brain cells we lost over here battling Boom, and we tried. We really try with Boom.
Because especially in your community, I know that I do be on my Harriet. Some people you just gotta leave behind. So sometimes he come in, calm, and it escalates really, really quickly. I don't know, especially I guess it only certain men. Certain men. I don't know what it is that makes them possibly even feel threatened. Or every hood got a Boom. That's for damn sure. And so over the time and things happen and bills get passed and Trump says this and he says that, you think that people have opportunities to change their mind. People have opportunities to like, damn, I fucked up. Or damn, I didn't realize it's gonna be like this. And again, I want to get down to the psychology of why the fuck you didn't think it was gonna be like this when he told you it was gonna be like this, which is a whole nother which is a whole nother story. Dang, I'm fucking hollering. Yeah, I just ended with the way with no fear. No, but this is the thing is you result to name calling and cursing people out instead of having an intellectual conversation. And I think that is where the disconnect is. And if you are not equipped to have certain conversations, I think it's important to sometimes, like, even to what CJ said, just be quiet, because not every one of us know every single thing. We don't know everything about every subject. And I think it's important to the things that we don't know, to be able to listen to others,
100%. And I just got one thing to share. As things are going more and more towards the direction of authoritarianism,
Yes.
I think it's only appropriate to bring up some sports trivia. Did you know that in 1986, Larry Bird, aka White Jesus, because Jesus wasn't white, he scored 47 points against the Portland Trailblazers, making 10 shots with his left hand just to mock the opposition. He got a triple double. 1986, 47 points. White Jesus. Who knew?
Have me on the white Jesus because Jesus wasn't white. I love that. I'm not. I love that. And also, too, if anybody has
not related to seashells at all,
have any how about you were able to guess my identity even though I'm not white, which is crazy. So CJ, you may be able to help with us. Anybody in the comments may be able to help with this.
Repeat it one more time.
To what Dan was saying, that we're moving towards a authoritarian regime. What are some things that we can do to stop it? Like, do we need to go back and read the book from 1933 and how they overthrew their authoritarian government, or like, what are some things that we can do?
I mean, to be honest, first off, I want to be clear on one thing in particular. Mm-hmm. You don't have to vote Democrat. You do not. Mm-hmm. Vote Republican if they have a fucking mindset. At least have the same mindset as us, that they believe in the Constitution, they believe in the laws that we have, they believe, but may have different positions on certain subjects. It's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with having opposition on certain subjects, especially when it comes down to the more broad humanitarian stuff. It's not hard. It is more about the actual self-reflection portion. That is what we should be looking for in Republicans. We should be looking at, hey, we know what their administration is doing is wrong. We as a Republican Party don't want to identify with that kind of thing. And then we need to move forward with thereof. And Democrats, we need to stop being nice. Like, I'm keeping it, like I said earlier, I'm keeping the same energy, but I'm going to do it intellectually with you. So if you want to be disrespectful, I'm going to be disrespectful to you back, but I'm going to pack you up intellectually while I'm doing it. At this point now more than ever, that we need to read books, the actual historical books. And then on top of that, it's time to start voting. Go on to the city.
All right, come back in 6 weeks.
Mm-hmm. I think he's maybe talking to somebody else.
With the body, and if you don't come back with the body, it'll be another 10 weeks. That's habeas corpus for you. I'm an Article 3 judge.
Oh, could you say that again?
Was it? No, I'll resign.
No.
Yeah. No, I'll do DEA to DOE, dollar for dollar, but halfway ain't bad either.
What did he talk about?
I'm not sure if I follow.
Quit arguing with me. I thought we were striving to be progressive.
We're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do this.
Okay, wait a minute.
One second, hold on. What is happening, Albert? Are you talking to us? Albert,
he thinks he's talking to us,
among other.
Are you talking to someone in your vicinity?
I can listen for a little bit.
Hold on, Albert.
What?
Albert, what are you referring to really quick? I just want you to be clear because a lot of people on the
All
platform
right.
right now are confused what you're
If I were the old black man with the cane in the assembly,
What?
if
if you were the
if
left, if you were on the left side, yes. Go ahead.
No. First of all, you're not gonna sit here and call nobody no old black man with nothing.
Excuse me, what? He said that?
You're not gonna do that.
Is this
Wait,
Boom's brother?
I'm telling you right
Well,
now.
I was trying to explain.
Okay, listen. He has a name. That is a form of
I'm
microaggression.
talking to you. Though.
Okay, no. I'm talking.
I
am trying to be very, very calm after the week I already had of calling people out like you. So again, his name is Al. His name is Al. He has a last name as well. You will not sit here and call any person no little old black nothing or little black nothing. They have a name.
Sure.
I am tired of coddling you type of people like you. I am on the verge of putting my foot on people's necks. I'm not playing with nobody no more. I am all about it.
You want to get out of here? You want to go grab a cone or something?
Who?
What he say about a cone?
Here's my thing. You come up onto a platform and you sat up here and you wanted to have a discussion with us, but then you spouted off some random shit that nobody could fucking understand. So please go sit somewhere else, maybe huddle for a little bit, take a 5-minute break, do some. Oh yeah, I surely am. Do you think that word offends me?
That's like that when I be like, nigga. I'm like, I heard.
And guess what? I probably bent your own father over more than once, probably.
Your daddy just got it.
Really quickly.
And your mama too, if you want to play them games.
Really quickly, I just came up here to say,
you know your voice is not that good right now, son. You okay?
Hold on, no, because I had to come up here and say this. Bloomberg said I beat cases without a paid lawyer from knowing the law. Okay, I'm gonna drop down now. Y'all have a good evening.
Oh my goodness, y'all. Bloomberg, you couldn't offend me if you tried. Parkers, how you doing? Oh my goodness. Who doing the business?
Boom caught me soft, so I had to respond to him real fast because if I'm soft, then he can punch concrete. So it is what it is. So we ain't gonna have that talk, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna let Boom be great.
Well, no, I was gonna say B plus A, Boom and Albert. They both over here loving up on the live right now.
Oh my
Like y'all are so hateful for what?
Which is crazy.
Hold on, no, you know what's wild? Like y'all sit up here and y'all are talking about you want to be respected as elders, but then all of a sudden you go around disrespecting everyone else, thinking that nobody was gonna come for your little asses. Well, guess what? Now you got a young one who don't mind saying shit to you. Y'all should be worried about hating on some people. You should be more worried about planning out your will. That's what you should be planning out.
The thing that disgusts me about Albert and why I flipped on him so bad because I'm tired of people being on the fucking liberal side and they showing their true goddamn color.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Because Albert reposted liberal shit. Albert reposted liberal shit. He repost liberal shit.
SING.
That's what they do. Repost liberal shit and then he say some fucking microaggression shit like that. I'm not playing with people no more. I am in the phase of fuck around and find out and get these free hands.
We got people like that, and we got people who are sitting at home.
You gotta have something to have a will. That is true. Like
those same people that did that.
No, we're not going to speak about that demon.
They're the same ones who were cheering that like Biden got cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally, I was on a live where it was 4 conservatives and me and 3 liberals or lefties, and the other 3 people on my side were talking shit about Biden.
Wow.
When all he did was lowered expectations coming in, outperform anything that any modern president has done legislatively.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, the modern goat gets no appreciation, and then he gets to go home and get cancer.
That's which is wild. We have
that's a hospital bill, sir. Like, why would you want to punch a concrete? Like, does that make you tough? Does that make you tough?
That
does not make you tough.
For me, that Bloomberg be using.
Also, I'm curious on your take on supporting a Republican if they line up with your values.
There's not a lot of Republicans that do.
We have 215 people who voted for the big, beautiful bill, and only 2 of them did not vote for the big beautiful bill for the Republican Party.
Which two?
Yeah,
They seem fundamentally unserious.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm saying. I think if Republicans, well, there was a lot of Republicans that I do think that was like a little lenient on the bill, because I reached out to the chief of staffs directly, Senator Todd Young, or Congressman Todd Young, and a few other Republicans in my state. They're not really keen of him. I don't support them, but at the same time, I can work alongside with them. Like I can. I was about to lie there. I was. I don't mind working on policy and legislation that betters Hoosiers. That's all I care about.
I definitely appreciate it. You guys, give me a follow if you guys have not done so already. Tap the screen. Let's go ahead and get to 50K. I appreciate it. It is Thursday, so today's goal is 222. Always the best way to support the live via Cash App and or Venmo. Pay links in the bio, which is also right here as well. And put a 1 in the chat if you like the new setup. And we need like 18 more hearts to hit our gift goal for today. And also too, you guys, like moving forward, if you guys don't know, I'm also working on something to where we travel. Thank you, Bobby and PB. Where we travel to different HBCUs and talk to the students there. So if any type of way you got any suggestions of if you are a student or you have a student and what they would want to see or have or talk about, or if you're able to offer any services and or for graphics, or if you're a lawyer, accountant, I gotta reach out to the what's her name? Susie. Accountant, security firms, or anything
What's
of the
going on?
sort. Huh? Definitely please reach out to me, you guys. Love the new setup. Haven't been around since you moved, but it looks good. Thank you so much, Bobby. How have you been, love? How have you been?
And Jess, I got a jet, but thank you for having me.
No problem. Thank you for coming up. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. And
I'm gonna give you a
I'm
follow
glad
right now.
that you and Controversial were able to get connected. She's sharp as a fucking tack, and she's good people.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah. And then just the fact that, like she said, we've heard about each other, but now able to be on a panel together. I appreciate it. Good, Lady Lando. Thank you for the $5 for a beautiful black queen. Thank you so much. Good night, Dan. I appreciate it.
Appreciate you. Go deport me to the comments.
And deport me to the comments. Thank you so much. Drop some coconuts for Lady Lando in the chat. Thank you so much for getting our goal started for tonight.
Hey, Jess, you got to make me a promise, okay?
Okay, I got you.
No, you got to make me a promise, Jess. I mean this. You got to make me a promise.
Okay, what is it?
All right. We only will bring Boom up on certain dates where it seems fit to do so.
Okay.
But when we trying to have an intellectual conversation where we actually trying to get some points across and want to actually get some knowledge out to some people, we won't bring him up.
Okay.
Because he immediately pisses me off.
I got you. Okay, I promise we can definitely do that.
Well, there's an option. I think you kind of did it earlier, host, where it's like you put the person on the big screen and they allow them to talk for a certain amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's like kind of the best way to kind of hopefully do it, because clearly they got no self-control.
Yeah.
Like I said, he's malnourished.
Because the good thing about when it's on the Showtime, if it's not your turn, you can't turn your thing off.
Yeah.
You said Cash App, Naquan?
Yeah.
Let me see. I wonder why I didn't get no.
This is how I know he's a troll, because now he's just spamming the same things over. Think about protecting women and children with your callous knuckles.
His copy and paste is on like 10. Okay. And then the emojis be like, where'd you get that emoji from? Hey, come on now. Drop some coconuts for Naquan in the chat. Thank you for the $5. It says, baby, let's get this train going, please. Let's get this train going. Drop some coconuts for Naquan, baby. Baby, his copy and paste is strong, okay? Strong. He don't play. And then it be the, what's that called? The emojis for me. It be the emojis for
Yeah,
me.
Bloomberg not a troll. Bloomberg is who Bloomberg is, whatever Bloomberg is, if that makes sense. Because we still can't figure out who Bloomberg is, what Bloomberg is. Bloomberg is something different every time he come here. So Bloomberg was a food activist, active.
That was in the beginning.
Bloomberg was advocating for female trees, which we have in the U.S. I don't know why he think that. So, and today, apparently 5G started C19. So Bloomberg is who Bloomberg is.
At all times. Oh, let me make sure. Okay. So you guys, just pray for Bloomberg, okay? Pray for that man. Sorry to that man. Hold on.
Well, here's the funnier part. This is why I like troll accounts, because sometimes people are very stupid with their troll accounts. You could be walking down the street. And let me be clear. The reason why I'm kind of whispering it like this, just so he knows that I'm squinting when I'm saying that like this. This is why I love troll accounts, because sometimes they're stupid and they follow their own accounts. So you think you're slick, thinking you're hiding behind an account. I know you. I see who you are. I got you. I already got you. So when we ready, we got you. We gonna hold you accountable. Boo boo stinkala, because I guess you don't like you worried about the children. We got you. Don't worry. We got you. You already running around in your truck. Go ahead.
We can't be worried about the children if we are voting for Donald Trump. He don't give a fuck about the kids. Just period. Just period. Like, why? Friends with why half of y'all following Bloomberg? So, anyways, my face. Seeing that too many times, they don't think ahead, which is crazy. They'll be the first person they follow is them. Thank you, CJ. Thank you, D Love. D Love, how you doing? Better way to stay updated your notification. You've updated how you get notifications to improve your experience. And extra email and push notifications. You'll still get all the updates. I'm sorry. They didn't want me out. They didn't warn me out. Okay, so again, how do we stop an authoritarian government takeover, a hostile takeover? What are things that we can do? If anybody has, I'm sorry, Winnie, Whiny, welcome to the live. How are you?
Hello.
Hi, how are you? Are you having voters remorse?
Nope.
Oh, because you voted for Kamala Harris?
No, I voted for Trump 3 times in 3 different elections.
And are you okay with everything that he's doing?
Yep.
What do you love most about what he's doing?
The elements of America first and like expectation of personal accountability to thrive,
So you think that it's important for people to take accountability?
Yep.
So why didn't he take accountability for the charges that were brought against him for being a convicted felon? Don't you think he should have taken accountability and went to jail for the things that he did?
I mean, he showed up to court. I think what they do, like delay the sentencing or something. I don't know. Who cares? But he showed up to court.
So you don't care if he don't have to take accountability, just others.
No, he took accountability because he did everything y'all wanted him to do, like show up for court and all that.
Everybody has to show up for court. When you have a case, you show up for court. That's the thing that you do. But when he was convicted of 34 counts of felony charges, do you think that he probably should have went to jail?
If they wanted to send him, then he would be there, I guess.
No, I'm asking you.
Personally, I think it was like an 89% Democratic jurisdiction that was cherry picked
Don't do
and
that.
the
Don't,
intense scrutiny that he went through.
You
That
gotta give me this one.
sir, don't
if
do
any
that.
New York businessman went
Sir,
through that level of scrutiny, like they
I'm
probably
in,
find similar
sir,
stuff.
sir, sir,
If
I'm
they
in
the
New York.
prosecutor, they found similar things
Hey,
already.
hey,
Oh
hey,
my Jesus.
hey, I'm in New York. I'm in New York. I
How you
watched the
doing,
whole
bro?
thing. I know all of the information.
Hey,
I'm in New
baby.
York. The jury was picked by his lawyer and by the prosecutor. They both have 3 strikes to remove any juror. Just about they can remove 3 each. So it was a jury of his peer, and you have Republicans that were on that jury. So stop with the misinformation. If you're going to speak on my city, please speak with facts. I take that personal.
Mhm.
Also, my governor, even though I do not like her, she stood on business and said any business that is taking advantage of the citizens of New York, they're going to be prosecuted to the full extent. As long as you are doing business the proper way, you have nothing to worry about.
So we ran through the whole process, and where does he live now? And if you put like 89 red balls in a jar and 11 blue balls in a jar, you got 100 balls, right? I want you to pull out 12 of them. Probably gonna have like 11 or 12.
We're not doing a game though. We're not doing necessarily a
Oh, the
game. We're
game's
talking
over.
about
Like, we
a
already
specific
won.
case. Or hold on, no, respectfully. If I was in like an actual committee hearing, you would be the actual person I would say reclaiming my time because you want to actually play around in games. We're talking about a specific case. Stay on track. We need you back on track. So why, when it comes down to him taking accountability about what he's actually been charged of, why can nobody want to actually put him to accountability of that? In fact, actually, you have people who say he's actually not, he shouldn't even have those felony charges, like yourself, clearly.
Oh, I didn't say that. I said, run it through the process, which we did.
And clearly he has the felony charges, but then you have people, including himself, saying he should not be having the felony charges.
No, he has them. He did it.
So
but
that's my question.
the
Do
judge
you
said,
want
well, he got elected president, so we really can't do much,
right?
The judge ain't never said that.
If
Are you
no,
saying
hold
that
on.
I don't have the right to vote for somebody that's 35
Hold on,
years
No,
old?
no, no,
and
no.
older and
One
had
second,
more?
you guys. Whiny, I said
spreading
that
more
you
information.
came in here talking about accountability, right? And the fact that you know that he is a 34 count felon and he should be held accountable, that's probably not somebody we should make the president of the free world. Why would you reward his behavior with your vote instead of hold him accountable and vote for the other party?
I just told you guys, I obviously wanted to make him, the leader of the free world.
I know. I'm asking
it's
why,
not
and
a
he didn't take any
qualification.
accountability for the 34 count felony charges.
Because I think the founding fathers would have put like felony is, you can't have any felonies as a requirement to become president. And
No, Jess, I'm sorry. I've been quiet too long. Everybody speaking on this. Let me tell you, I'm straight from an expert point of view, okay? Was there felonies back in that time, sir?
Hey, it's been amended, 27 times? You could add them if you want.
Again, when the last time it was amended?
It can be amended at any time.
I'm asking you another
question. You guys
question.
think that's important? You should
asking
amend
you a
it.
question.
Like we all agree.
I'm asking you a question, sir.
Yeah,
You the one said if that was the case, the founding fathers would have put felonies in there, sir. So I'm gonna say it to you again. I slow it down if need be.
I think it was called
felonies. Were there felony charges back during that time?
Yeah, I think it was called high crimes.
No, it was not.
I think it was called high crimes and misdemeanors. Yeah.
Again,
it's the same thing.
That's in there, sir. Again, now technically speaking, there was 13 or 14 states that could have utilized that, but they chose not out of fear. Okay, and that's fact. I'm not giving you a suggestion or giving you a guess. That's fact. They could use the fact that he was involved with the insurrection.
Well, Colorado tried, and the Supreme Court overturned that.
No. I give you time to talk, sir.
Well, I mean, let's
give me time to talk.
Let's reference.
You're going to give me time to talk, sir.
They did try that.
You're going to give me time to talk, sir. Okay. Now, so again,
we already won, right? So it really doesn't matter.
You won. If you think that's a win,
I was trying to help you
bless
guys
your
out
heart.
to teach you how to be successful like me.
You can't help me. I'm very successful, brother.
I mean, I'm an Army veteran with an econ degree. I might be able to teach you
First and
something.
foremost, just let me know you
My best friend is black. My
You're
best
not the
friend
same,
is
bro.
black, and
You're just not the same, right?
I had nothing
But I
against
think you give you a job and you come up north. But listen, so again, I hate to hear people talk about this dude, but don't want to take accountability for the things that he did. Okay, don't talk about the jury being stacked and things like that. Because if that was the case, his defense attorney could be still picking a jury right now. Okay, so evidently they will suffice for what they pick. So it is what it is.
Well, it is what it is. He lives in the White House.
It is what it is. And honestly speaking, I mean, it ain't affected me none. Honestly, I ain't lie to you. It's just the fact that it's
I'm doing well.
not a good look. It's just not a good look to have that particular person leading this particular country. But then when you think about it, you say, wait a minute, this country is kind of fucked up. So hold up. It kind of like coincide. So yes, he's probably the best person.
Can you imagine Kamala across the table from Putin?
Yes, I could imagine an intelligent person.
Hey,
Yes, I
shut
could.
up.
Yes, I could. I could imagine an intelligent
Shut up.
person. Yes, I could. I can definitely imagine an intelligent person.
Billy Bob Johnson. So your proximity to black people does not negate racism. So I'm gonna need you white motherfuckers to stop getting on this app and saying I have one black friend.
I just want to know if you went to Trump University. Because saying that you have an econ degree and you voted for Trump and you obviously love what he's doing lets me know that you didn't go to a legitimate school. That sounds like you probably have went to Trump University.
I went to an SEC school. They have a top 10 Division I football team.
Whitey, I don't believe
We're talking about education, sir.
Education is not football.
Now you want to play football.
No, I'm just saying it was a very legitimate school.
Education is
it wasn't
not
no University
football.
of Phoenix or Strayer University or Webster University.
Billy Bob Johnson. Billy Bob Johnson.
Hold on.
Put down the whiskey. Put down the whiskey, Billy Bob Johnson. Step away from your sister wife. Football has nothing to do with education.
Did you graduate?
I mean, since you guys want to have a mature conversation like he just entered into, you know, I can get pretty nasty too, but I'm trying to help you guys, right? I ain't got nothing against you guys.
Hold on 1 second.
I don't have nothing against you guys.
You're trying to help. What do you need to help with?
Here's what I was going to offer.
You're trying to help us with what exactly?
I was going to help you to try to be happy. And I don't mean that as a joke, but here's what I see.
You have to mean, this is how I know you are being condescending. I'm
not.
I'm going to tell you with your microaggressions.
Okay, but I'm not.
Because the first thing you said is I'm trying to help you guys be successful. That is an assumption that none of us on this panel is successful. Why would you make that assumption? Because all of us on this panel are black. You assume that we're not successful.
I mean, he said he was on food stamps a minute ago.
No, we said Bloomberg, who was in the chat, is on food stamps. That's the thing. You're not. You don't know how to listen. That's the first. That's your first mistake. That's one. Two. You
did
said
he earn an econ degree?
He allegedly. He said that he.
Billy Bob Johnson.
Hold on. You said that you were trying to make sure that help us be successful. Then you tried to assume to say that you were going to help us be happy. You assume that none of us are happy. The only thing that we all have in common is that we are all black. Why do you assume that one, we are not successful, and two, that we are not happy? Whiny, says the whiny man.
And don't get me wrong, there are rednecks where I live, and these are some ignorant fools.
That is not the question. Right? I'm asking you why.
It doesn't have anything to do with you being black. It does. Has
okay,
nothing
tell
to do
me
with
why you assume that me, Naquan, Dayton, and CJ, that none of us are successful.
Because y'all are like I thought I was whining until I joined this call.
What makes you think that we are not successful?
You complain about being held back, so apparently you want to go further.
Who complained about being held back?
Who said anything about that?
Yeah, like
I was being very quiet.
People are talking about
was being brought up.
Tax rates. You were incorrectly referenced.
Well, let me be clear. I never said anything about me being actually held back. In fact, actually, I fight against a system, actually. In fact, actually, I have the mindset that there is nobody, no matter what skin color they are, that will actually hold me back to be able to do the things in this country. Because one, I'm an American. And then number two, I'm also an African American and also a Latino person. So I have culture and I also have the wit of being American. But you want to put something about race first. But we don't really walk around thinking like that first. You make it something that we have to think about first.
No, that's not what I said anything
and then
about
number
race.
two,
It's about character.
as someone who's running for public office, it is very interesting how you would sit up here again, making the assumption that none of us have any successful or figure
You won't make it to a primary.
entrepreneurship
Lots of people
or
will.
any of those particular things. I don't know a lot of these people, but I can say that you coming up here, sitting up here, wasting your time coming on a platform, degrading other people, talking about how they're not successful, sounds like you're looking in a mirror.
If
I'm sorry that you may be reflecting
2%
on
in
your own.
taxes that you were mistaken about matters to you, let me help you out because
What do you need to
really
say?
hard and worked my way up, and I can help you.
Well, guess what? I've worked for a member of Congress. What have you done? At 21, what have you done?
Hold on.
I'm 40. I served in the military. I got my econ degree.
Thank
on
you
the
for your
GI Bill.
service. My father did the same thing.
I also
I'm not
worked for
thinking
government.
that.
I went to private sector and worked my way up the corporate ladder, and I make a lot
That's
more
great
money.
for
And I'm
you.
not
So did my grandfather.
worried about a 2% tax rate change.
Hey, Suncast, do your thing real quick, if you can. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I don't even believe that you serve, but I am very successful. I am 39. I have 2 businesses. I take care of my daughter very damn well. I have 2 cars. I have 2 goddamn motorcycles. My credit score is 800. My lowest credit card is 25,000. I'm very fucking successful. I'm superior to you.
And I know that you're telling the truth because I have similar circumstances. I've got about 200,000 in open credit. I've got $25,000 lines of credit.
You got up here. You got up here, and you tried to make the bullshit claim about food stamps because everybody up here is black.
And somebody else referenced it.
Shut up, because the people that makes up welfare are white.
Because there's more white people, so we're going to be more.
No. If we break it down per capita,
but black people get 51% of SNAP benefits, and they're only 13.7% of the population.
That's not true. That's not true.
That ain't true.
Help you.
That's not true.
That's DHHS.gov.
First of all, they just locked
and
up
the U.S.
a crew
Census
of
2020.
They just locked up a crew of people, a couple of white guys and white women who were doing an EBT scam. Let's just start there. They are the scamming. That's first of all. And two, 51%, the majority of people on food stamps are white tea.
Yes. So the whole of welfare, 75% white people. Food stamps, white people is 59%. And right now, I believe it might be higher than that. So I talk facts. I don't talk feelings.
So DHHS.gov said black people get 51%.
No. I don't give a fuck.
And they're only 13% of the population. So I don't know what source you're pulling up here.
It's funny that we could be 13% of the population, right? But yet we make up a quote unquote 50% of the jail population, and now 50% of how, with us being such a small percentage, how are we making up 50% of everything?
The unaliving arrests are 51.
You just made that up. You said it's at where DHSS?
It's FBI.gov.
FBI is arrest.
Now people say that, well, some of them are exonerations.
The FBI chart itself, you read it completely wrong.
This is where I come to reintroduce myself at. That's where I come and reintroduce myself at. See, because I report to them personally every month. Okay, let me explain myself. I'm sorry. I'm a commander here in the police department here where I work at. Okay, so my job is to report crime quarterly, as well as monthly, as well as every 6 months, depending on what crime stats we're talking about. Every crime stat doesn't get reported every time. It get reported monthly, quarterly, bi-yearly, or yearly. That's how it's reported per crime. Okay. So let me tell you about some numbers, brother. We'll talk about
for your jurisdiction, right?
You want to talk about some numbers? No, we have to. Everybody reports to the FBI, brother. So it's not about your jurisdiction. It's about the FBI.
FBI.gov.
Okay. Now, let me explain something to you. Let's start from the top since we want to talk about them. Who actually are the FBI #1 domestic terrorists?
We're talking about unalivings.
Oh,
No,
what
we're
you
gonna
think
start from the top.
what you think they're
We're gonna
doing?
start from the
Well, you're
top.
pivoting.
We're going to
No,
start from the
what
top.
are they
You're
doing?
pivoting though. Let's talk about
You said
unalivings.
We're
unalivings. What
going
do
to
you think?
start from
What
the
do you think
top.
domestic terrorists are doing?
Let's
I'm going
talk
to
about
get.
Oh,
Wait,
okay.
unalivings
hold
in
on,
the
wait,
I'm going to
United
host.
get to your
Since
States.
point.
you can get in trouble for
Who
saying the
does,
T
Oh,
word.
T
Just say
van.
T.
I mean
who
the
does
tier.
most of the unalivings in the U.S. according to FBI.gov?
I think we gotta dumb
Thank
it
you,
down for
CJ.
him. I think we gotta dumb it down for him.
Who does it,
Yes.
Captain?
Wait, hold on. Is the FBI conviction rates or arrest rates?
The exoneration and acquittal
Yes.
rate is
No,
so
no,
low,
no,
it's
no,
not
no,
even
no, no,
substantial
no.
to talk
Answer the
about.
question.
You're still above 50%.
No. Let's start from the top. Let's start from the top. So I'm gonna ask you a question.
All right, he's
I'm gonna
pivoting
answer all your
again.
questions. No pivoting, because I'm about to answer that question. Your feelings gonna be hurt.
T group.
Answer it
Thank
then.
you.
Let's start from the top.
T
Answer it
attack.
then.
Let's start
Answer
from
it
the top.
then.
Let's start from
Well,
the
you
top.
have to be quiet, Whiny. Stop
Well, no,
whining.
because
Let's
he's
start from the
pivoting.
top.
So if we're going to
Stop
do that, I'll
whining.
just go to another.
Let's start from the top. Okay.
Now he's pivoting. I'm just going to go to another live. I won this one, right?
No, you didn't. You
Nigga,
lost that one.
please.
Well, you pivoted. You didn't.
You
You
lost
said,
that
"Oh,
one. You lost that one because the crime rate is going to reflect the demographic. Simple as that. So if you live in a predominantly black area, your crime suspects are going to be predominantly black. You live in a predominantly white area, your crime suspect is going to be predominantly white.
She's a runner, she's a track star. She gon' run away when it gets hard.
But they like to inflate things to make it look like something that is not. And again, I love when they bring this up because we personally report to the FBI every month, every quarterly session, bi-yearly and yearly based on particular stats they want us to report them to. So again, when people tell these lies about everything, understand that wherever you live, you are more likely to have a crime committed against you by the person that looks like you. Okay?
So as far as SNAP participation by race and ethnicity, whites hold 43%, Black 23%, Hispanic 10%. While y'all are allegedly mad at immigration, y'all say they're taking all our SNAP benefits. Asian 2%, Native American 4%, and race unknown 19%.
So fun fact: the FBI is arrest. It's not conviction, and they don't remove the number. It's just facts. So once you go to court and you're found not guilty, those numbers are still up there. This is why I tell you motherfuckers, you're not educated enough to do that goddamn math. If you actually understood it and actually did the research, you have somewhere that gives you conviction status versus goddamn arrest status. It's simple. It's easy. You can look it up. But
that'd be too much work. That'd be too much work. And they are separate statistics. You have your arrests and you have your convictions, and then you have a new category that was actually brought in within the last 15 years is the retrials. Now, what happened with the retrials are if it was any type of, let's say, faulty prosecution in the beginning that they was able to pull out and see that something wasn't done right or information wasn't passed to the defense attorney or a lot of different areas now you have those exonerations that are now plugged into that as well. So there's a lot of different things to look at that they don't look at when they start pulling out crime stats, which I think are all flawed, honestly, because if I want to just deal with, just like now, we're dealing with a lot of car thefts. So we're going to focus on car thefts. So now what happens is that we're not reporting on other violent crimes because we're reporting on car thefts. So you may think that, okay, well, it's down in this area. No, it's not down. We're not reporting on that right now.
He didn't report on unalivings this week. And why'd you say I ran when you kicked me? You played the little song about he ran, but you kicked me though.
Okay, so let's have this.
She's a runner, she's a track star. She gon' run away when it gets hard.
So Whiny, did you or did you not say I'm leaving to go to another live?
But I didn't leave. You kicked me.
I'm asking you a question. Did you or did you not say that I'm leaving to go to another live?
Dating was bringing you facts after I said that, and I was walking the dog a little bit, and I wanted to stay.
But you weren't walking. Is your dog imaginary?
I was walking it so hard that y'all kicked me.
You have a problem.
Yeah, and then you played a song about I ran. But
she's a runner, she's a track star. She gon' run away when it gets hard.
Put a one in the chat if we all heard Whiny say, I'm gonna go to another live. I won. It doesn't
put a one in the chat if you realize they kicked me.
Sir.
Sir,
It does though. Don't play a
Thank
song
you.
about
And
Iran when you
look at
kick
you. You're
me.
back.
Don't make no damn sense.
Look
But
at-
y'all don't make.
Sir, you couldn't walk your motherfucking self. So again, I'm gonna ask you again: is the FBI conviction rate or arrest rate?
The conviction rate's less than 2%, so it really doesn't matter in the
What is the
conversation.
conviction rate on what is it? What does it say when you pull up the FBI table 49? What does it say at the top of it?
Pull it up for us.
What does it? Because you no.
I'm sorry, I didn't memorize FBI table 49 on FBI.gov. What the fuck, man? Come on, pull it up for us, bro.
No. You said that's where you got your stats from, correct? So
yeah,
stand on your business.
51.3%.
So again, you stand on your business. Do it say arrest or conviction? You should know this if you
says arrest, but the convictions are 98% of that.
So again, let me debunk your claim.
This is unaliving, not traffic tickets, bro.
Yes, okay. Thank you.
98% of the people arrested get convicted for this.
No, thank you. So black men are 7.5 times more likely to be wrongfully convicted of a murder, and that number increased when the victim has to be
7.5 times what? Twice a year?
No, 7.5 times more likely to be wrongfully convicted of a murder. Wrongfully convicted is the key word. You fucking moron.
The number of people that you're talking about in this category is like 10 people a freaking year, dude.
And the convictions are not
That's why it doesn't matter. That's why I have an econ degree and I can read stats and interpret them, and you can't. You're talking about 10 people a year in the spectrum of tens of thousands.
Donald Trump is doing a great job. Give me 1 second, Whitey. I would love to bring it. Bonner for Congress. I didn't know if you wanted to chime in on this particular conversation or you had something that you want to say afterwards.
I just had to I just want to say thank you. I don't know, maybe a month ago, I got on your live and I got some followers, but right after that, I posted a video and went a little viral, whatnot. I just want to say thank you. And I appreciate you. And I love your lives. And again, I'm going to always thank you. And when I make it to Congress, I'm going to say thank you again.
Thank you.
That's all.
And you guys, again, before you go, give Bonner a follow. He's also running for Congress. He may, or check out his page. He may or may not be in your state. And there may be a vote that you also too can make, you guys. But give him a follow. And I think it's important, especially for us to spread each other's content, each other's word. We're going to be able to create change through content. And that's my plan moving forward, you guys. So please repost, share, and comment on his page, you guys. Thank you so much.
Lots of people run. You'll never see them on a ballot. Let's get real.
Shut up. So like I was saying.
But yeah, thank you, Bonner. I appreciate you, Lon, and the work that you do.
I appreciate you.
So yeah, Bonner, keep up the good work. So as I was saying, SBI is arrest rate.
Because he just always got to say it. Exactly. The people who really got the degree, y'all, the people that know in here, y'all know what my degree is in. But I have to say it every goddamn 5 minutes. You know how the king be like, I'm a king. You ain't got to say it, baby, if you really there. Dr. Rhapsody, thank y'all for the
Are you saying half of them get exonerated or something?
Shut up.
Because that ain't the case, bro.
Shut up. So
98% are convicted.
Hold on.
See, one thing that you will see is that when people yell out their accolades, that's all they really have. Now, one time did myself or Naquan or you yell out our accolades, and my accolades just don't stop at 1 degree. But I digress. But again,
but I went to a good school.
At the end of the day, brother.
Most people do.
Well, that's on you, brother. I'm sorry you feel the way you feel.
I got my good job. That's what I'm telling you guys, man. You can't just like BS through.
You have to ignore people
and get your criminal
like
justice degree.
That's one of them. You got one of them right. The next one will be psychology. The next one will be law enforcement administration. The next one will be cybersecurity. Okay, so and 3 of those are masters. 1 of those is
from the crappy schools.
I need you to understand who you're talking to, man. You ain't talking to an idiot, brother. Okay?
You go get an econ degree from a crappy school.
They don't give those out. Dude, I got 3 friends that are military, and I can tell you right now, it's a very easy degree to get in the military, brother. Okay, very easy one to get in the military. Stop it. Exactly. Stop
on the GI Bill when I got out.
Stop it.
At a big old state school top 10 football team. It's really valuable degree.
I don't give a shit if you got a master's Hold on, everybody. 1 second. First of all, let's do a quick reset. Give me a follow if you guys are not done so. Please tap the screen. Let's get it up to 100K if you guys don't mind. Also, we have 11 heart hands left in our daily gift goal. We have 212 left in our nightly goal for the day. Always the best way to support the live via Cash App under Vendo. I'm Jessica Simone. I appreciate you. My thing is after just kind of listening for a little bit, I think it's more so um wanting to play football, wanting to be the captain, wanting to be that guy who got the econ degree and went off to do great things and become this expert. I think it's somebody that you idolize in everything that they do. And I think you're just trying to embody what he is. So, and trying to make it as your own whiny, if I'm
Could
not
be.
mistaken,
And then
right?
if you're
I thought
wrong, would
so.
I win?
I thought
If
so.
you're wrong, would I win?
Where's your mom?
Well, I don't know. Lives in another state. I talked to her
How's
last
your
time on
relationship?
Mother's Day, and again the week before. Well, during that week before
Mhm.
Mother's Day.
How's
Wayne,
your
let me
guys'
ask you a
relationship?
question.
Very good.
Very good. Then how come you don't know where she at?
I mean, she has a lake house. She has another house. They bounce back and forth like
I'm
3
calling
days a week
Tab.
here. I don't know. They're probably at the lake house. I mean, I don't know.
I'm
Maybe she's
calling
on
Tab.
vacation. I don't know.
Wayne,
And
let
where's
me
your
ask you a
father?
question.
Hold on. Where's your father?
He, I guess I don't know if you can say this word. He,
Unalived him?
unalived. Yeah, like a year and a half ago.
Mhm. Did he unalive himself?
No. That's why I was trying to figure out how to say it. Like, I don't know if you can
Mhm.
say certain, like, I know you can't say certain things, but
Was he schmurdered?
no.
Okay. Did he pass? Like, was it an illness?
Honestly, he left when I was like 1.5.
Mm-hmm.
And then my granddaddy like kind of stepped in as my dad. So I didn't miss much as far
Yeah,
as
but you
like,
chase everybody away, huh?
Yeah, that motherfucker knew you wasn't going to be shit.
I don't know what he unalived of. I know it wasn't murder or anything.
That
like that.
motherfucker knew you wasn't going
Hold on. 1 second. One second.
And the thing is, he was a truck driver, and I make like almost $200,000 a year, and then I got benefits on top of that. And
Right. Did you talk to him even though he left?
I talked to him like twice that I would remember.
How did those
one was when
conversations go?
I told him that I've got 2 kids, and I said I can't imagine walking away from your child. And of course, he tried to put it on my mom and stuff. But it really never affected me. People always think like, "What do you think about your dad?" And I was like, "Dude, I don't even think about him. Like my granddaddy filled that role 150%. My granddaddy was a World War II veteran, and he raised me as Dayton can tell, I'm a grown ass man, right? And I think he's very proud of me. My granddaddy also, he would be 100 and something now. But yeah, so I consider him my father. Like in my head, I don't even really think about it. But if you ask me, that's what, yeah.
And is this your mother's father or your dad's father?
My mother's father.
Did you have go ahead.
We both love him dearly. That man was something else. And he did not like lazy people. And I think that's where I get it from. He was the hardest working person I've ever seen. He worked 42 years and missed 4 days of work when my mother was born. I know he went to work sick sometimes because 42 years. But yeah, I think he's instilled that in me. And when I see people, like when I want a job, I send out 200 freaking resumes. I customize each one. And that's where I've gotten to where I am. And I'll be a VP like within 5 years or so, and I'll be making $350,000, $400,000 a year. I've got a good retirement account. I've just bought my son a new car, $25,000 car. But I made good decisions, and I've seen people along the way in every walk of life make bad decisions. And I'm like, oh, it's going to be rough for them later. Delayed gratification, right? And they got to eat their cake now, and they ate it. And now we're down the road.
May I a little bit?
Yes, go ahead.
So he gave us false information.
Well, hold on. It was very interesting listening to that little diatribe there, because one thing I want to take a little bit from, because you stated that your grandfather would be was a veteran. With everything kind of going on, do you think he would be proud of what the Trump administration has done? Number one. And then number two, actually be honest with that answer, number one. And then number two, do you think he would be because you said he would hate laziness. Do you think he would find a president saying that his father gave him a small loan of $1 million to start all his business and stuff, and all those businesses flopped more than 5 or 6 times? Do you think he would find that like kind of lazy or like unsuccessful?
Very pointed questions. I'm leery to answer because my answer would be fairly comprehensive. I could do it in probably less than a minute, but it's a complex thing. Just generally, do I think my granddaddy would be a Trump fan? Absolutely.
Well, I didn't necessarily. I want to be clear. I wouldn't say that necessarily. I wasn't talking about him being a Trump fan. Let me be clear. I was saying, do you think that he would respect some of the things that is going on currently and within the administration when it comes down to VA care being cut?
And when I got in the military, and just real somebody said, "Why did I buy my son a car?" You should
No.
He has a job.
Don't worry about the comments.
So when you're in the military, about 2 weeks before you get out, they give you exit.
No, sir. I don't want. We're not.
She won't let me answer comprehensively. That's
do you
why
want me
it's
to
hard.
drop you back down in the comments so you can talk to them, or you want to talk to us?
I'd like to answer and teach you guys how to be
you
happy.
said we're whiny, but then when you wanted to go on a diatribe and we're trying to like bring it back to the actual conversation,
I'm trying to answer. Let me try again.
Go ahead.
The VA encourages people to get on VA disability. I think it's part of the Democratic platform to pay for everything in your life and control you. 2 weeks before you get out of the military, they give you exit counseling. They teach you how to write a resume. They connect you with some job source stuff. And the lady walks in from VA disability. She says, "There's something wrong with everybody."
I may have heard the question.
And my grandfather, to tie it in, would not support fraudulent disability for hangnails like is rampantly happening these days.
Mm-hmm.
And it's accepted by the Democratic.
But that's
let it be clear. It wouldn't be just Democratic. Let it be clear, because you're quote unquote going right back to the thing, trying to be like, it's very pointed. Now you're pointing it back to a quote Democratic area, because now you're saying that only Democrat areas are giving service to it. Republican areas don't, I guess. But see how that kind of flops on your guys' argument on the Republican
you guys,
end.
the rednecks
But let's get back to the original thing.
You guys think it's all about being black, but it's really not.
Nobody talked about
really
that,
trying
sir.
to tell you that.
Nobody was talking about that.
I'm getting
sir.
real tired of this little condescending smart shit you trying to do.
I'm not trying to do anything, bro. I hope people listening realize that.
Whiny is just. I see why you named yourself whiny. Whiny, I think that when you get in a position when you either cannot answer the question, you deflect to try to piss somebody off to change what we were initially talking about, right? We've already stated that we're happy. We're successful. We don't need your help with that, right?
I've answered very directly.
He asked,
and everybody listening knows.
Then why nobody brought up anything about being black or anything like that? So I think that you can let it go. For some reason, you feel
let's let it go. We can agree to that.
Deflect for whatever reason, because the information that you're giving is inaccurate. We have veterans in the chat. We also have active duty members. So the things that you're saying is a lie.
I meet a lot of veterans,
and when you
I've been out of the military
and correct me if I'm wrong, to the people who are veterans in the chat, you sign up to protect the Constitution, if I'm not mistaken, correct? And then you have Donald Trump who is trying to dismantle the Constitution, which is why CJ asked, how do you think that he would feel knowing that what this administration is doing is not only dismantling the Constitution, but they're also cutting the help that veterans get, which is what they deserve for putting their life on the line, whether they went to combat or not. The courage to even sign up, knowing that may be a possibility, you deserve all the benefits that you get. So I don't think that any of them should be cut. So your grandpa, who's a World War II veteran, and had he experienced any difficulties,
he knows if I talk, I'll walk the dog.
Back, I actually think that your grandfather is very disappointed in you, Whiny, and I think that could be why you also added to Whiny, because he did all this stuff to step in and raise you when your father left and ignored you, and you would go against the Constitution and things that he fought for so that you and your mom could have a great life.
And the VA disability rep was in Germany, and she had a car accident, and her passenger was unalive, and she got like $4,000 a month on her way to work.
And I think the reason why you keep saying let me help you guys
drive
make
a
you
car.
happy.
We got to pay
It's
her
because you're
$4,000 a
not
month.
happy, whiny.
It's her own damn fault.
You're not happy, whiny.
It doesn't make any
You come
sense.
in here and you say we won,
Never
but
driving
you're
my.
not happy, whiny. You're not happy.
I'm happy that Trump won.
Yeah, you're
'Cause we're
happy that
fixed.
Trump won, but you're still not. You're not happy. You say that you're happy that he won. You're angry. You want to tell people that
I'm
they're not
angry when I
successful.
talk
They're
about the
angry.
shit that y'all do all the
Your
time. When I
grandfather is
recite
turning
things
over
that
in
y'all
his
do,
grave right
I
now.
do get very passionate.
Like he
I
wasted
do get
his
very
time
passionate
raising
when
you
you're
just
like,
for
why
you
do you
to vote
support Trump?
against
And
everything that he stood
it
for.
reminds me of the evil ways of your people.
Look at you. Look at you.
Your
Yeah.
people shit.
Who are your
Okay,
people?
come on mute real
We're
quick.
not talking about black as I keep.
Hold on.
I know
That's
that's where you want to go again.
Whiny. I
I'm
didn't
talking
say
about the lazy
whiny.
people,
Be quiet.
the people
I
that are
didn't ask
scared
you
because Trump
if
is
they were
imposing
black people.
fairness
I
on you.
just said who are your people?
Then we everybody listening knows where you were going with that.
No,
So
who is no whiny?
the people
Tell
that
us,
are
who
scared
are
of
who are your people?
fairness are shaking in their boots right now.
The people, what people?
The people that are scared of fairness. Like if you're going to
Are
have to
scared
go
of
get a job, or you're
fairness?
going to have to, or you're going to have to get better than a minimum
Are you
wage, low
saying
stress job. You know,
fairness?
the people that are getting handouts that are able-bodied, the people that don't want voices to be heard.
That's white tea people. The most of the people that are getting handouts on you, or are you referring to
Because
food
we're
stamps?
such a large percentage. We're such a large percentage of the overall population.
But you
We'll
came up here and
probably
said
get more
that black
votes
people
than-
were 51%, and that was a lie. That's why you're
That was
not
just for
credible.
SNP.
Okay,
That was
yeah,
just
yeah.
for
Do you?
SNP. We're
But
talking about Section
whiny.
8.
Do you know
We're
who
talking
Dayton
about
is?
Medicaid. We're talking
whiny,
about
whiny,
internet.
Whiny.
Yep.
Do you know who Dayton is?
Dayton.
Yes.
I think it's a city in Ohio.
Please let them know.
No, it's me. It's the guy down here. Listen, I just got one thing to say to you, man. I think you've been lied to all your life, man. I really think your grandfather is actually your biological father, man. I really do.
saw that you put that in the chat like 5 minutes ago, and you thought it was funny enough to repeat. I don't give two fucks.
No, we don't give a fuck neither. If you don't give a damn, we don't give a fuck. Hey, if you don't give a damn, we don't give a fuck. Hey. Drop some massive coconuts for Dayton in this bitch. Like, why? Tell them Dayton said it. Who drop it from the bitch? Tell them Dayton said it. Like, what? Thank you for the $15 dono. Even though he voted for the dictator, we still believe in democracy here. And here, we vote with our dollars. When you donate $50 or pass that collection plate around and we get to $50, you will get kicked, okay? Drop some massive coconuts for Dayton right now. Right now. He said, let me go ahead and tell you something. Your daddy never left.
Sis, can I use the big screen real quick because he's still in here. So
Yeah, I'm hollering.
I'm gonna dog walk you. So this was 2023, right?
Bruh.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
This was 2023. This is the exoneration board. So out of 153, 127 of them were people of color. 93 of them were black people. So I'm gonna need you to stop using the dog whistle. And if you really had the degree you said you had, you would know how to do the research and understand how statistics work. I don't talk on something I didn't already do research. I dog walk you white tea people on this all the time. This is facts, not feelings.
Hashtag Dayton did it, you guys. Hashtag Dayton did it with some coconuts in the chat right now.
Listen, I was listening to his story, and I'm being honest with this. Seriously, I'm not making a joke about this. It didn't sit right with me.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't sit right with me. And I really do believe that the reason why he never saw his dad or never talked to his dad because he never left his dad. Okay? Simple as that. And it happened as wildly down there in Texas. So
true.
So I guarantee you, and I hate to say it, and I ain't diagnosed, and I'm not giving nobody no prognosis. I guarantee you, his pop was his dad. I'm telling you, seriously.
He ain't lying.
Bruh.
Oh my goodness. Yo. Whitey had a whole story written up. Okay, hold on. I think I even got the
Oh wait, did he say the Department of Homeland Security gave him the welfare stats, or am I tripping?
I don't know what the hell he was
Because he
saying.
said DHS.
Where is it? Here it is. Oh my goodness. Why does it keep hitting? Oh my goodness.
You mad? You big mad.
That poor baby. Oh, he said somebody did. I don't care who you are, okay? Y'all, me and my homeboy used to say that. That shit was funny. I don't care who you are. I saw the violins in the chat. I think like it all comes down, a lot of Trump supporters, a good majority of them. It comes down to childhood trauma. So especially the ones that do especially the ones that do a lot of panel hopping. The fact that he was like, I'm going to go to another live. I just dog walked you guys with these fucking fake ass facts. You know what I'm saying? With some lies. Like you're just spewing out lies, 98% and 51%. And I'm like, I'm looking it up. I'm looking at it right here. And it doesn't say that. It actually says that you guys are majority of the ones on food stamps, right? And then it just doesn't even make sense. How are we 50% of, in jail? If we in jail, we ain't on food stamps. And then you're telling us we 51% on food stamps, and then we 98% of this. Like, bruh, that don't even make sense at this point. And I think it was just sometimes important to try to get down to oh, it's my sister, y'all. Get down to the deep of it. Can you do a mod announcement real quick, Nicole? Let me make sure my sister.
Yes. Oh gosh. So do all the good things. Tap the screen. Share the live. Gift the host. We have 90 people in here. So roughly if everybody sent about $2, we can knock this goal out, and we can let Jess relax for the night because that last one was kind of weird. But also, let's get to 75K. Let's do what we do to get this page to the For You page so we can continue to have these kind of conversations and hopefully educate some MAGA, which I don't ever really see happening. You can't educate the uneducated. It's a saying I used to say, a smart person can play dumb, but a dumb person can never play smart. So let's do all the wonderful things. Tap the screen, share the live, invite your MAGA friends, your MAGA pawpaw, Meemaw, your MAGA sister auntie. Let's do all the good things. But yeah, he definitely said DHS. I scrolled up and Sunkiss confirmed it. He said DHS. But I'm trying to actually wrap my head around a point because I did not realize he said that we make up 51% of food stamps, but 50% of us are locked up. How the hell we make up 51% and 50% of us is locked up?
You cannot make sense out of nonsensical things.
What do you want, my little broke friend?
I came from in here to say hi. You never want to hang out with me. You're so rude.
You want something?
I don't, though. I really don't. I just wanted to come in here and say hi to my father, but apparently I can't do that without me wanting something.
Maury didn't call me back yet, so we ain't confirmed that.
You're so
not Maury.
Please pause for this one moment of parenting.
No, literally. Oops.
Are we talking about an intelligent conversation at the moment?
No, nothing at the moment yet.
Your little broke niece came in here bothering me.
Also, by the way, I don't know if y'all talked about it as of yet. So The two people who were unalived at the Washington D.C. The museum for the people, those two people who were unalived.
When did this
I
happen?
don't want to say their specific races because if I do, TikTok will get mad.
Okay.
But those people were actually the same race as them. Let it be clear.
Mm-hmm.
The man who was apprehended today was the exact same race and the exact same religion as them.
Mm. When did this
when
happen?
he was arrested, he was saying, "Free, free Palestine."
Mm.
It happened last night.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know this.
Yesterday morning, actually. I think it happened yesterday morning.
At where?
It's either yesterday last night or yesterday morning. I know I can remember the time was about 11, but I can't remember if it was 11 a.m. or p.m.
It was at night, so it had to be p.m.
Yeah, so it was last night then. Yeah, it happened at 11 o'clock last night, right outside the museum. I forgot which museum it was.
The H Museum in, I think it was the H Museum.
Mm-hmm. I didn't even know this.
Y'all ever hate when y'all get a cut inside your nose?
I know, and you go like that, and it hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
that's why I'm not talking so much because it hurts to talk.
When you go like that, Bloomberg, did you come back because you wanted to say something respectful?
Oh God,
I'm gonna drop. I'm gonna drop.
Okay,
I'll be
back
back
in a minute.
Thank you.
What's all the sensitivity about?
No. I'm saying, did you request it back up? And I'm asking, did you?
Not you.
No. I'm talking. This is my live. I'm talking to you, Bloomberg. I'm asking, did you request back up for a specific reason?
Yeah, I want to be clear. He tapped me on the information about the radiation, so I want to know if you looked into what I was saying about the radiation in connection to the 1G, 2, 3G, 3G, 4G, and 5G.
No, I did not.
That's complete misinformation.
You keep saying that you ain't looking into it. That's why I said if you educated, you should be able to explain how it's wrong.
Bloomberg,
you said, come on, man.
Bloomberg, listen. I said that I did not look into the information about the GG, 2G, 3G, 4G.
I'm responding every time I respond to him. You get in there to act like I'm talking to you. Y'all playing with me?
First of all, this is my live. I'm gonna talk.
I'm talking to him.
I'm gonna talk. I don't give. I'm gonna talk.
Okay, but I'm
telling you, like, this is my life. I'm gonna narrate it. I'm navigate it. I'm a mediate it. I'm gonna do all of that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, but I'm talking to him.
It don't matter. I'm talking to you, Bobby. Thank you for the $5 for the love the live. Love the live and keep educating. Can y'all try some coconuts for Bobby in the chat? I appreciate you. I love the live and the community. I appreciate you. I'm talking to you. I'm telling you that I personally did not look into it. That does not mean that CJ doesn't know, or you assume that CJ doesn't know this information. That's what I'm saying. Like, when you come up here and other people say no, that's not true, or for whatever reason, you assume that they don't know the information. Why do you assume that?
Because if he's saying he's educated, let me give you an example. If you tell me that seedless grapes are better, right? I'm explaining to you, no, seeded grapes are better because it got the seed, it proved it was grown from the earth, and you got your alkalinity in it, it was watered. I can explain to you. I don't got to call you no name, and I can just explain to you why a seeded grape is better. Because you might think a seedless grape is better. So that's what I'm saying. Why you just can't explain? You got the education. Explain.
First off, now that is completely different when it comes to
nutrition. It is the same thing. You're not saying nothing. You're just saying it's wrong without saying nothing.
Well, no, because in fact, actually,
you're just saying, but no, but that's what you just did that, bro.
Bloomberg, since you're so since you're so mad about everything, I actually am a big gardener, actually. So actually, it is actually very important about how you actually garden your actual grapes. And on top of that, how you nurture them with the actual soil as well. And if you're using the right soil for them as well. So yeah, you can have grapes that can be malnutrition in some things. That's why we have wineries, because certain grapes give certain things, certain tastes. But if you want to go into that whole other conversation, we surely can. But when you want to talk about specific medication stuff, I'm not an expert in it. But you know what? I had to make myself an expert in it because y'all put up so much disinformation about vaccinations and many other different things. Or, I shouldn't say that. You made so many disinformations about actual people getting things that they need. So that way, when people who are actually well-rounded in these particular conversations come in and talk about it, we get shut down. But so then let's talk about it now, since you're worried about 5G stuff going inside your body. There is no particular baseline evidence. Point me to an actual medical research that there's 5G being streamlined into your body. National Institute of Medicine, please.
I didn't say that 5G is streamlined to your body. I said every time you go up a level of 5G from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5, that's going up levels of radiation. All the technology, it comes with radiation. So when you're going up,
everything has some form of radioactive.
Hold on. All right. So when you know about radiation, say when you go up in radiation, that means you're reducing the oxygen levels. So if somebody has asthma, can I finish talking?
How long would it take for your cell phone to give you a radiation level to be dangerous to your body?
Can I finish talking?
Go ahead, finish it.
All right. So if somebody has asthma and there's already not enough oxygen for them, remember, people got asthma already before you even get to 3G and 4G. So when you start reducing oxygen levels in the atmosphere and somebody already got respiratory problems, that causes a problem. So before they put the 5G in, that's what they was coming in with, talk about the C name. That's why all that was coming in also. And you notice they all came around the same time. Look at the timing with that.
Okay.
So when they went up, they had to get y'all ready because they didn't know how many people was gonna unalive.
Okay.
First off,
so you done?
That is a conspiracy
I want to
theory.
give CJ.
Yeah, you keep saying that.
No, Boomberg. Hold on, really quick before I let you go see. Boomberg, you're done, right? So we can let CJ have a moment, so you don't have to interrupt him, correct? Okay, I'm assuming. Yeah, go ahead, CJ.
Yeah, a lot of that was conspiracy theory because, again, no one necessarily knew that the pandemic was coming like that. In fact, so much so that when you had the administration, the same one that you possibly voted for, because I don't even know if you voted or not. I really don't care if you did or not. Actually, I do, but it is very interesting that administration took an actual thing that would actually look out and monitor for pandemics or monitor for those kind of things. So that way we can be ready for them. That is what he got rid of. But you specifically trying to sit up here and say that we needed some 5G internet to tell us that there was some type of pandemic that might be coming. You are absolutely, positively, 100% astronomical. That is a big word for Elmo, I know. Slow. I'm sorry. Like it is completely unfactual. There's no baseline evidence in it. I want facts. Stop bringing me stories. Stop bringing me elaborate theories. I want facts. And it's crazy. I don't care. You're older than me. You should know better. Do better. Lord have mercy. For everyone's sake, your grandchildren's sake. Go ahead, respond, boom, boom.
I don't know what your comprehension level is, but that response is you still hearing what I said, and then repeating. Then you're repeating what you're saying as if I said what you're saying, and that's not what I said. I just explained it to you very simple. Now look up. When you go up from 1G to 3G to 4G, what the connection with radiation. That's not no conspiracy theory. And the conspiracy theory is said by a lazy brain who doesn't dissect things, because the conspiracy theory is to be dissected. So that means if you got a conspiracy theory issue, that means you're not dissecting information. That means you just let this
So then tell me
as a
this.
conspiracy
So then,
Drop
theory.
some
hold on, wait a minute.
motherfucking
I don't let no
coconuts for
conspiracy
Bam in the
theory
chat. I
as a
just saw.
Since you
conspiracy.
Thank
know,
you for the
since you
$50.
know,
I dissect
Donut said,
conspiracy theory.
hell no.
I got
The
a child. I
disrespect.
got to
Drop him.
dissect
Oh,
conspiracy theory.
I'm sorry.
I
I'm
raised my
sorry.
child here.
well,
I'm sorry.
boom, boom, boom.
I'm done. I'm
Since
not
you know,
sorry. You
so
can talk to him from the comments. Pam, I just saw it. Thank you so much. Also, go massive fucking coconuts for Pam that said, oh, no. Oh, hell no. We're not going to tolerate the disrespect. Drop his ass like a motherfucker.
I can't do it, Jess.
Cool, okay?
I can't do it,
Lord have
Jess.
mercy.
Oh, I knew you was over. I
Can't
knew
do
you
it.
was like, I'm not even finna talk to you. I'm not even finna get into
I have nothing to
this.
talk about. I can't talk to a fool. I cannot talk to a fool. I can't.
Well, here's the thing. Here's my question. Since he was so worried about 5G radiation, or
Pam beat me to it.
things, I was gonna ask him, how much does your phone actually radiate actual 5G to the point where your body can become toxic to it? How much would it need?
He had to go watch a few little TikToks with it. Massive coconuts, y'all. Let me see a bunch of coconuts. If you got the coconut emoji because you are a subscriber, please go ahead and drop that too. I'm sorry, I just now saw it because he'd have been gone a long time ago.
See, these people, they be having these concepts of thoughts in their head, and they try to bring them out, and like it all. So I feel like the people I run into, they be having these wild thoughts and theories, and I'm not just picking on him. They all did considerable amount of time in prison. Seriously, you can always draw a line there. When they got these wild theories of how the government is taking over and the white man and this that, they always did some considerable amount of time in prison. Simple as that. That I'm telling you, next time you hear somebody talking like that, just ask them. Seriously, just think about it. A large percentage of the black male voters that come onto your live and who support Trump are ex-cons.
Yeah.
We have proven that. Without a fact. So it's like, what is their obsession? It's like, are they think they're getting back at somebody by voting like this or something? You're hurting yourself. I don't get it. I just don't get. That's why I don't talk to the guy. I say I'd rather talk to the wall.
I think
and this dude got a kid, and he has a kid.
That's the saddest part.
Bless that kid, man. Bless that kid.
I think that the kid is pretty smart. You know how sometimes you just have, you know, that parent like it's just that's my dad, you know, but you know you just come out better. Sometimes the example is what not to be. Hey, Amazing Grace, how you doing? I'm a big fan. Thank you so much, Cindy. I appreciate it.
Oh my God, Jessica, can I rape you? You look so rapeable. I fucking hate niggers. Fuck niggers. Fuck niggers.
Alrighty then, let's go ahead and I knew it.
Our friends in the chat, we love TikTok Shop. You guys,
TikTok Shop is awesome,
hold
man.
on, wait
I bought
a
a
minute.
nice tool off of there.
Let's continue to like post F1s in the chat, guys. Let's tap up the live.
Enough 10 follows, 25. I'm a big fan of your content. Okay, that's all right. Y'all love me.
But
Did that
you know
make
what's
him
crazy?
happy? I know.
That is the Trump supporters, though.
The same people that Boom align himself with. Look at you. Look at your people, Boom. Look at your people, Boom. Look at them. Those your people, Boom. The ones that worry about seeded grapes and shit. Those your people right there. Those your guys. You know, 5G and radiation those your people. Those your people.
The more we build off that shit. Exactly, LA. Exactly. I'm like, you know, we've heard it all before, right? Did that make you happy? This is the biggest group of sore winners that I have ever seen in my life. I didn't even know that was a fucking thing. It's like, y'all didn't even care about necessarily Trump. You wanted to fight. You wanted to say if he lost so you could come and fight. Mallory, thank you for the heart hands. So you can just be like, yeah. It encourages our fight for real. I want the sun to come, baby. That part.
Well, listen, man. Like Trump said, man. Like Trump said, the kidney is the closest thing to the heart, man. You know, you got to be careful sometimes. You know.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Like you said, the hurricane was very wet. Very wet.
I'm hollering. Thank you for the daily army. Thank you, Nemo. Yes, we need 5 more, you guys. I'm gonna get out of here so I can go get some food. I should only eat me some oatmeal.
So what we eating?
I don't know. I want some wings. I want some chicken.
Some wings. Oh man, I can't do the fried food on a Thursday.
What you do with that weekend food? Thank you, Monique.
I feel like some nice Wagyu steak with a nice side of a nice 6-12 ounce, you know, nice little side of lobster or something
I'm like,
that.
it's okay. Where can I go to get one of those?
So he bougie. Okay, so he's
I know bougie. Okay.
He's bougie.
Buffalo barbecue. I'm thinking lemon pepper. I like garlic parmesan. I like buffalo too. Wagyu it's this place I forgot. It's in Boston.
I love it. Very tender.
That's
very
expensive as shit.
It's very, very good.
Yeah, it is. I forgot what the place is called. It was so dope that like the kitchen was kind of open. You could see them cooking it. Like the waiter had an assistant, which was crazy.
They bring it out in a nice hot rock for you and everything.
And I was like, I want to try this Wagyu, and that shit was fucking delicious. I had that and some halibut, and it was delicious.
It's called real food.
Yeah, exactly.
Not preservatives.
Love a good Wagyu, right? So do you get it medium well done, rare, medium rare?
I get it medium well.
Thank you, Mimi and Amazing Grace and Monique.
Medium well.
I get my medium well too. I ordered it medium one time, and it was definitely medium rare. Okay.
No, see, that's why. Well done. Thank you.
No, I think it is medium because when I do, no, I don't think it's medium. I think it's medium well. Because then when I warm it up later, it'll be well done. It'll get, because it's going to get harder or drier.
See, medium well to me, it gets me right where I need to be at. It doesn't give me too much of, it don't give me no tough at all, but it just gives me enough tenderness that it's not feeling like I'm eating something that's not done all the way. You know what I mean? So, you know, I get enough color in my meat. You know, I'm really into color, by the way.
I don't like color.
That's what my mom says too. Taylor, thank you for the $7 dono that said, let me go ahead and just make it even before we get out of here. Okay. And we'll just start over tomorrow. We'll add today's goal on to tomorrow's goal, but big.
I was planning to go live.
Have a great night. Just enjoy your evening. You too, Pam. I appreciate you. Thank you guys for all the love and support too. I appreciate it. And I also think that MAGA needs to be studied. Hey, Bobby, thank you for going on and tapping out that last hard hands as well. So at least we had our gift goal for tonight, which is always amazing. I think that TikTok, like, bitch, you got to come on here every fucking day. The thing about live streaming is they don't allow you to have, Taylor, are you coming up here for your gift train? Okay, so you guys know that we pop balloons. Oh, also today, I have one more balloon to pop for you. Okay, no, you was an accident. Okay, but Taylor, you won a 30-second gift train where she come up and we would throw gifts to her, but she like, no, bitch, not tonight. Oh, hold on, let's do it right now. Let me get a bum cut.
Yeah, MAGA is definitely on some sort of cult behavior situation, man. It's ridiculous.
And you know what? There is Yale professors. I played it in in one of my lives about Yale professors leaving the United States because they are afraid of this administration, them trying to do research against authoritarianism.
Yep.
Because if you study that shit, they're like, oh no, you going to jail.
Yeah, they're typically the first ones to go after them. And they talked about how like the fact that one of the girls who was picked up randomly, she was like, I don't even know, like, as a professor, if it was one of my students, like what I would do, because at one point I want to stop it, but they could take me too.
Which is crazy. Because they come after the educators first.
Yep.
Replace
That's what
anyone
you're
on
gonna
the
do.
panel, Dayton. So at any time you get to replace anyone on the panel. So if it's full, you can just be like, drop such and such. I'm coming up.
Yes, I'm going to hold that for a special person.
For
So we already know what that
Boomberg.
person is. We all know what that person is.
Oh, Nemo, you had a free drop Boomberg. Nemo got free drops. And no,
He
Oya has the
does?
drop Boomberg, but Nemo got free drops. Now I didn't even think about that. Hold on, let me write these, put these out.
Yeah, please.
Nemo,
Because
you
if
could have
we
just
get
said,
free boom, if we get a free one for boom boom every time you come in the room, I'm down.
Listen, I am overly encouraged, and I'm enlightened to the fact that he can spell some of these words. Like he said, he spells sedative right.
he
He
can't
spelled
spell those
bothered right.
words. He can't spell those words, Jaden. Remember the last time he was on the panel, we told him to spell the word? He was like, for what? But then he typed it into the comments. He's using autocorrect.
Spell check.
Yeah, so if he could just get close to it, that'll be all right. Royal Family shirt, that's Chris. Nemo has a free drop. It already got boom on it. Okay. And Oya has the drop Boomberg. And I forgot even about it. Let me put 2 on here because when she dropped Boomberg the last time, she said this is for this time and the next time. I've been at this spot as you should be. Come on.
Hey, Jess, when I want to use it, I'm just going to say in the chat, I want to cash in my money in the bank.
I got you. Say less.
You will know exactly. And it might not even be this freak. It might be somebody else. But I really want to have a conversation with Boom one day, a real heart-to-heart conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Man and criminal, and I really want to actually, find out more about his past. Because I really get the feeling that he was probably taken advantage of in prison, and like he's acting out right now. And like people I can put him in touch with that can actually help him through that. Because sometimes it can really affect your mental. All the psychological things you go through while you're locked up, it can really affect your mental. But he probably was abused in there, man.
Yeah,
Bubba really
I
took
think so
advantage.
too. Hey, Papa, I was just thinking about you the other day.
That abusing him.
Yeah, I would definitely have to agree because he always go to
I think Bubba really was taking advantage of him in there. I really do. I think Bubba and the boys is probably doing some things to him in there, and he just and he really needs to really get some help. And I know people that can really reach out to him, put him in the right direction. Now they won't come to his housing project, but he had to meet them somewhere else. But they really would take time out to actually work with him to get him where he need to be at. Seriously, because he need help.
I ain't helping no man that ain't gonna help himself.
Mm-hmm. Well, allegedly, he say he a food activist, and I asked him like he's like I read these books. I'm like, what books do you read? He'd be like, it's a bunch of books on TikTok, and so you watch other people talk about the books that they read. And
stop it.
Yeah, it was a mess. Any last words, you guys?
That's the last word.
Okay. What about you, Dayton Love?
Yeah, I'm over it, child. Y'all got me stuck.
I have one simple thing I want to say. Well, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to let you guys go because I got to actually do some black man job here. We really got to take time out for those that drop the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean by that is those that know they regret they vote, but they don't want to say it. But just understand that you got people that won't be affected financially or medically by the situation, but the people that voted against their own will be. And they got to realize that because they're estimating 80 million people to be affected by this Medicaid. So you don't understand the effects of the situation you put yourself through. And they trying to put it through the fact that it actually surpasses the next 2 administrations. Is how they trying to get it. They trying to hurt you down the line. And they don't understand that. And it's so sad to see people don't read, they don't educate themselves, and they don't follow the right line. Stop looking at Democrat and stop looking at Republican. Because at the end of the day, I wouldn't vote for a Republican right now if I only had one vote. There's only one person on the ballot. However, you have to understand that times are going to get really hard before they get better.
And the beautiful thing about our culture is we know how to handle hard times. So, good luck to those who haven't. My mom is one of those folks who will be affected, and so is mine. And so is mine. But I'm praying that she escapes it all. You know. Oh shit. Oh, my bad. I'm like, where did I go? Where did I go? But yeah. Oh, look, y'all. Hold on, let me show y'all this other. Bam. Hey, y'all. I'm in y'all face. Maybe we get and Betson. Who is Betson? Who is Betson? But anyways, let's go back to here. But yeah, I appreciate all of you guys for being here. We are getting our live stream together. We're enhancing the nice, beautiful transition, right? I like the little transition. Thank you. Hold on. What about the furniture though? Boom, why do you keep requesting up? What do you want? Boom. Oh, the commercial in the 80s. Okay. You know, I'm a 90s baby. Yeah, but I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Hold on, let me say bye to YouTube first. YouTube, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We appreciate you for being here. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and share the